Hey, what's up YouTube? It is me, Camilla Aaron. I'm making a video today on makeup. It's the way that I do my makeup, and this is kind of geared towards trans women. I guess this could be used by anyone, but the whole focal point of this video is going to be how I highlight and contour my face and just the way that I apply my makeup. I'm going to be using drugstore makeup. I want to make this affordable for everyone. So I may do a few brand recommendations. Not all of this makeup is drugstore makeup. Some of it is department store. But I'm just trying to make something that is affordable and easy to follow. So I'm going to go ahead and just proceed with the video. I have my lighted mirror. I have a two-sided mirror. This is like the one that's normal. This one's a magnifying one. I don't use the magnifying side very often. The light will kind of make things funny, so I'm going to be kind of back and forth, and I may move my camera as needed. I had a friend mention that she wasn't know very much about contouring and highlighting, and I just basically said it's a little goes a long way. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get right into it. I don't know how this light's gonna look, and also I have no makeup on, so this is me without makeup. I don't really do that very often. It's not, come on. I've never made a YouTube video without makeup, I think. Anyhow, I'm gonna turn my light on and start with, let me turn this off first while we talk about some of the products I'll be using. This is the eyeliner I use. It's a L'Oreal liquid eyeliner. The best way to do winged eyeliner is a liquid eyeliner. A felt tip sometimes is good. I like these. They're really easy to use, and you can shape pretty easy with them. Just some of my makeup is running really low, but I always recommend, if you don't have makeup and you're like new to your transition, go to a department store like Macy's or like Dillard's, where you can have a beautician do your makeup and like match your undertones for your foundations and your powders, because in this video I'm not going to be able to tell that for every person. This is just how I do mine, and I'm not that great at makeup, but I'm going to share this with you all. Hopefully this is helpful. I'll just show you the products as I go, because it's going to take a little while. I don't want to show them all to you right up front. It's easier to do it as I go. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I look very manly. This makes me super dysphoric, but I'm gonna put my hair up, so just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna put it back. And one thing is, like, I guess there's one thing I've got to grab, and that is, it's important to start your makeup off with a primer, and that's basically just a lotion. What I do is I put like on my fingertip, there's not much left, I put a little bit, and what I do is I just get it on my fingers and I start applying it to my cheeks. The whole purpose of this, it moisturizes your skin, but it also helps the makeup adhere to your face. And I think it's just, I didn't use primer for the longest time, and I actually don't know why I didn't. Y'all will see me looking in my mirror, because I need to see what I'm doing. And pardon my eyebrows, I need to get them waxed. So that's basically just put a little facial primer on. This is a CoverGirl primer. It's by CoverGirl. I like this, and it lasts so long. Like that little tube, I've had it for like months, many months. So what I'm going to do is start with the foundation on a beauty blender, and I'm just going to apply my foundation with like a stippling motion. So what I do is, I'm trying to do this in my camera, a little on my chin, one dot on my cheek, one dot on my cheek, one dot here, and then I'll do my forehead separately. So what I'm going to do is start stippling, and just like up and down, up and down. The primer is really helpful for this. It really helps your foundation blend better. So I don't always use a primer, but when I do foundation, it does help. So I use as little foundation as possible. I've had laser hair removal, so I don't really grow facial hair. If you're trying to cover, if you're trying to cover 5 o'clock shadow, I'm gonna make another video on how to erase it. But what you do is you basically put a concealer on your face before you put foundation. And I can give you an idea when I'm starting to do highlighting. I use a concealer for highlighting because it's easy for me. So I just want to get this pretty even, and if you've had your facial hair removed, a little goes a long way. So if you don't have to like cover your face in foundation, do not drown it, because the little is more. I'm gonna do this on my phone camera. So it's just like important to make sure you're using a clean beauty blender. Wash them when you can, or don't use the same one for too long because it carries bacteria and that's not healthy. And we're putting this on our face, so we want to be healthy. And now I'm going to do my forehead. And I just use a little bit. Like I said, a little goes a long way. If you put too much foundation on, then it's going to look very noticeable and it kind of looks tacky. And it can make you look more like a drag queen if you're early in transition. Now, you don't have to do what I'm doing exactly, like when I do my eyeliner and stuff. You can do whatever you want, but I'm just showing you how I do it. And I kind of do this. This is just how I always do my makeup. So now I've applied my base. Like, I have some foundation on. Some people put their setting powder on and then do their highlighting. I prefer to put my foundation on and then highlight and contour my face and then put a setting powder. I feel like it adheres a lot better. So here we go. This is a cheap ass bronzer by Maybelline. It's called City Bronzer. And this is a brush that I use. It's called a contouring brush. So they're kind of like a rake, they're flat, and they're like that, and it's important to keep these clean as well. So there's a few focal points that a lot of people should consider if you're trans and you're pre-FFS, or there's certain features that you'd like to tone down. You can make an optical illusion with makeup. So what I use for highlighting is this concealer by Maybelline. What I'm gonna do this on my phone camera. I want to make my nose look narrower. I want to contour my brow bone because I haven't had my brow bone shaved. Pardon me. And lastly, so I'm going to start with my nose, and it goes into my forehead. I'll show you how I do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up here and make a little triangle. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means, but it helps to give you an idea. You go down the bridge of your nose. You can, I'm sorry, having trouble talking. You can use your bronzer first, or you can contour with highlighter. But I'm gonna do my bronzer after, and then I may touch my nose up. So I'm blending, it's hard to see in this light, but I'm blending it at my forehead, and I'm just right down the bridge of my nose. And I can kind of pull this around to get, see, I could see better in my mirror, but just so y'all can see what I'm doing. So I've highlighted this part of my forehead. That'll help with my brow bone, and then my bridge of my nose down to my tip of my nostrils. And I'll come back to the concealer. I'm gonna take my bronzer. You can do this with liquid or with powder. I happen to just have powder, so for your nose, what you're gonna wanna do is get a little bit of bronzer on your brush and put it on your nose and pull down. And you wanna try to do this up to this area, like from here to here. And then from here to here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I would suggest just doing the nose first and then walking up, making your way up to this area. You do not have to go this far. I do. It's just personal preference. So what I do is I just put it down on the side. I've already highlighted my nose with the the concealer. Now, this is what I do for my forehead. This is simple, but it always works well. And I have a very manly forehead because I haven't had forehead FFS. I'm gonna take my bronzer and I'm gonna go above my brow bone and I'm gonna basically here. So I'm gonna do here and here. And like I said, this is something where you can go a little heavier because once you use your setting powder, it's gonna blend everything out. And I'm trying to do this in my phone camera just so you all viewers can see this better, but I'm checking and cross-referencing in my mirror. So I'm just doing this right there. I don't do it where I highlighted, so you kind of want to pull up to where you highlighted, and if you have to come back and highlight again, then you can do that. Now, I've done my nose, I've done my forehead, now I'm going to do my jawline. If you're subconscious about your chin or your jawline, this is where you're basically going to travel around the base of your chin, like the line of your jawline. It's better to do it under than on the side. So what I do is, I actually go around my chin. Some people don't. It's more for contouring my chin. And I reapply it because this is like a powder. This is like a powder bronzer. So I just go around my chin, nice and even. This is super easy and it's not as hard as people think it is. Now that that's done, I've done this, I've done this, and I've done this. That's enough for me. You want to keep it simple, so I'm gonna do that that's as far as I'm gonna go with my contouring. I'm gonna come back and just do a little line right from the top here and bring it straight down. Try to keep it even, literally like a very narrow line. Then I'm gonna go ahead and fix that and apply it properly. And if you get some smudged, it's okay, it happens. We'll fix that with powder. It's really easy. So now the bridge of my nose it's hard to see, but this is literally like white compared to this. So I've made an optical illusion to make my nose, the bridge, I'm gonna cut the light, the bridge of my nose, you could see it's a lot lighter than the sides. And this makes an optical illusion that makes your nose look more petite or smaller. This is my favorite part. You can already see it a little bit, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a brush. This one right here is just a face flat brush. It's got really soft bristles, and I'm gonna apply my powder. I'm almost out of this. This is True Match powder by L'Oreal. You could see I'm literally about out of it. This is N3. This is actually a little dark. I'm out of my setting powder. This is another L'Oreal. This is N2. This is one shade lighter. I kind of mix them. And I'm gonna go ahead and start blending my face. This is really just to set your powder and just set your foundation. And if you have like highlighter or concealer, this is gonna help. There's one other place I'm gonna highlight once this is set, but I don't usually do it. I'm just doing it for the purpose of this video. So, because I'm low on this, I'm just trying to, go through it as quick as I can. So here we go, I'm gonna blend this. So you can get it on everything, like your highlighted spots, you can do that. It's not gonna hurt what you've done. It's actually important to cover and drag. So what I mean by that is you wanna drag your foundation in a way that blends everything, and then come around areas that you've used contouring, like your bronzer, and then I'm gonna do my forehead. And those lines that I did, they kind of are blending out. I'll turn the light off so you all can see. And then I just literally go over my eyes because I'm going to put makeup on my eyes. If you do that, you're gonna have to wear mascara for sure because your eyelashes are being powdered. So now I have a more narrow nose, and I, of course, haven't cleaned everything up, but that's the optical illusion. And the last thing I'll do for my nose is a little bit there. I take my finger and I just pat it and drag it. I may have used a little bit too much, but that's okay, I can fix that. Just stipple it. There we go. Narrow nose. Now, I'm gonna do my eyes. I have to look in my mirror for this, but I'll make another video where I show how to do winged eyeliner, but for the purpose of this video and to make this simple for everyone, just do your eyeliner the way you like to do it. And if you don't know how to use eyeliner, go find another video on YouTube until I make one, because it's really an essential part. And this is, I'm more focusing on highlighting and contouring in this video. So I put my eyeshadow on the tip of my finger. You can use a brush. You can if you want. I just go ahead and I make it even, and I try not to get it around my eye. I try to stay on the eyelid. You can get a little bit above the eye. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, a lot of people prefer it that way. I don't, but sometimes I will. And I'm using this Violet Voss. This is the Violet Voss Sunset Pro Series. And this is an eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette. This is a nice palette, and it's got some pretty colors. I tried to pick an eyeshadow that's very light and neutral. This one's kind of like I'll show you. It's glittery, but it's very nude. And I prefer nude makeup, like more natural looking. Let me go ahead and do my eyeliner. I'm sorry this video is taking a little longer than I anticipated, but if you don't know how to do eyeliner, as I said, go find a video. Getting your eyeliner even on both eyes, so I do the side, and then I'll fill them in. You want to make the angles pretty similar, as symmetrical as you can. And it's okay if you make a mistake and have to wipe it off. You can always touch up. There's no wrong way. In fact, I may have to. There we go. Now I'm going to even the length out. Okay, that's pretty even. Now my eyes are even, and I'm going to go ahead and fill it in. That's even. That'll do. So now my eyeliner is even. And what I'm gonna do now is just use some mascara. I know my nose is still super highlighted, and I'll like tone it down after I do my mascara. I'm using, this is a Tarte, is the brand, Tarte. And it's one of my favorite mascaras. So I don't do a blinking motion. I actually like do it myself. Like you'll see. I may blink a little bit, but not a whole lot. I'm trying to build them up. One thing is getting used to holding your head and your eyes steady. I remember when I first started using makeup, that was like one of the hardest parts about doing makeup was keeping my eyes steady and not closing or blinking. That's something that is muscle memory you learn to do. And any like little spots that I touch above my eye, I can wipe off. But this is just a base. You can do this after it dries. You can crimp your eyebrows and do it again. But I'm just doing it one time for the sake of this video. My eyes are watering, so my allergies are bad. So I apologize, but I may have to fix a few things. It's okay though. So now I've got my eyeliner done. This is what I'm gonna do. So I messed up the corner of my eye a little bit. Kind of hard to see. So I take makeup wipes, removal wipes, and these things are like a blessing. I'm gonna take them in the corner of my eye. I go under it, ever so slightly I go under it because I am going to highlight the corners of my eye. And then I did too much highlighting on the tip of my nose, so I'm just gonna clean that up. Then what I do is I take my finger like that, and I'm gonna go around my lips. I even try to do the Cupid's bow just to get it and then my actual eyebrows. I need to get them waxed, so I do apologize, they look crappy. I'm not gonna like draw my eyebrows or anything right now because they look like crap. And then the last thing I'm gonna do to get that excess highlighting is just to go like that with my powder. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little dot of highlighter in the corner of my eye. Beep. Beep. And then, oops, got some on my hand. Okay, what I'm gonna do is pat it out. I pull it in. This is something that you're just gonna have to do yourself and practice it, but I stipple with my finger and highlight the corner of my eyes. It's important to use about the same amount of highlighter in each corner. You don't want to do it too much because you can drag it down a little bit like that, but you don't want to put too much in the corners, but that highlights your eyes. So now my eyes are highlighted, and that's pretty much it. Like, that's my basic makeup. Right now, I have the Super Stay Vinyl Ink. This is a Maybelline lip gloss, a Maybelline lipstick. I don't have a lip liner for this, but it's pretty easy to apply. Like, this video is more geared towards someone who already does know how to do makeup. Definitely geared more towards someone who's used makeup, and it's more to teach about the contouring. And that looks like crap. You don't want it to come over the sides of your lip, like the lip line. That's why a liner is so nice. And then with this, because this is like this is a vinyl ink, this isn't your typical lipstick, I kind of let it dry before I go. I'm not actually gonna do that. I let it sit. That's basically how I do my makeup in a nutshell. You don't have to do it like I did. That's just the way that I do it. But now, that's it. It's pretty cool. And I hope this video helps. Buy products that match your face. If you need to go to a beautician or a cosmetologist, go to Dillard's, go to Macy's, go to a big department store with a makeup section. When I'm not using like drugstore makeup, my favorite is, it's hard to say, I like MAC, but I usually use Clinique for everything. Anyhow, if you learned something from this video, give me a thumbs up and comment if you have any questions or would like to see a part 2, like eyeliner or however I did this. any things that I didn't explain in this video, or if you liked it, give me a thumbs up on the comments, or I'm down to answer any questions asked. So subscribe if you're not subscribed, because I will do more trans women makeup tutorials next time, and I hope I didn't miss anything. But anyway, I'll make another one if I have to. Bye bye.